Chris Ballard, gets up in front, and I don't know if we have the headline here on Outkick, but he gets up in front, his first media, and I like what he did. I do. There was a shooting here in the Greenwood Park Mall. You all met the man, the hero, Elijah Dakich, who killed a gunman in the food court of the mall after the gunman had opened fire and killed 3 people. Eli Dickens, a hero. Now, in our world of Indianapolis, you got to understand, the Indianapolis Star is deathly afraid of anything that doesn't push a liberal agenda. The Indianapolis Star is deathly afraid of the African American community. The Indianapolis Star doesn't like meat. That's 3 strikes. Don't be afraid of anybody. Love me. Anyway, so yesterday, Chris Ballard got up, and we can put that back up if you'd like. He got back up, and he started talking about the shooting. And he said, hey, look, my thoughts and prayers go to the people in Greenwood. And he's right. Me too. Great way to start it. Embrace yourself in the community. And then he did something that everybody does. He called on legislators and people to use common sense and do what's right for people. And I'm cool with that, except nobody followed it up. Nobody ever follows it up. And in Indiana world, you got to understand, the media here literally, and I'm not being figurative here, literally sits at his knee. Dude's 41-41. Hadn't been in the playoffs, at least not last year. So anyway, long story short, Chris Ballard gets on this rant about guns. Look, I'm no gun guy, and there is a part of me that says, you know what, Chris Ballard? I'm all right. I'm good. I don't know why we have AKs in our society. I don't know. But nobody asks a follow-up question. Nobody in the media has the stones to say, Chris, what do you think should happen? There's a really good article on it. Dan Zakshevsky for Outkick writes an article, and he says the very same thing that I'm saying. Look, you want to start your press conference not talking about failures of the past, fine. But where in the hell is any follow-up question? Where in the hell is anybody saying, hey, look, what do you specifically want people to do? Ballard didn't mention what it would mean for, quote, people and politicians to be held accountable. He didn't say that, Face. He didn't say that at all. He gave no context at all. He just said it. Now, of course, he's called brave. You know, the only person brave in this whole thing is Eli Dickman. Eli Dickman is the only brave soul. And of course, there were no reporters in the room asking him to clarify his comments here in Indy because I'm being literal about this. We have an ESPN.com reporter named Stephen Holder. We have 2 athletic reporters, Bob Kravitz and Zach Kiefer. We have numerous Indy Star reporters, including some guys that fancy themselves as, quote, insiders. Then we got a guy named George Bremer who's over here. Then we got 1,000 little blogger boys that tell you Dakich bad, we know football, come to our site. Great, I agree. But not one of you asked him to follow up? Not one of you said, hey, look, can you clarify your statements about what it would mean for people and politicians to be held accountable? Because I got to tell you, Elijah Dickens, the hero in this, held the shooter accountable.